So the smart brick stuff is coming out today, and looks like we got 39 viewers already waiting. I just set this live stream up, but decided to do a live stream. Let's see. Let's make sure it's going to go up here. Are we going to see it? I don't really know. Let's say share. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. We are live, just like that. That was that easy. That's the quickest I've ever set up a live stream. What's up, Cooper? All right, guys. I haven't looked at any of it. Well, I barely saw a very small pixelated image of one of the sets, but I couldn't really make out what it was as I was looking at a live blog of the event. So other than I barely saw 8 pixels of one, but I couldn't tell you exactly which one it was, so I didn't really see it. I haven't seen any of them. Hence why the thumbnail is still other set pictures of older sets. Hello, everyone that's saying hello. Welcome in. This room looks goated. This is the gamer room. This is the gamer room. So this is where I do my Call of Duty Twitch live streams with an AT-AT box. So it's kind of still in progress, but yeah, not a lot of Lego in this room. This is the one with the closet though that has all my empty boxes, but we'll save that for another time. What's up, Wiley? So yeah, we're about to find out if the sets are any good. This has been a long time coming. I have gotten more hopeful in recent weeks that the smart brick, smart play sets will actually be good. I'm about to show you whatever I can find. I just don't know if they're actually going to be good. Do we like the light on or off? On or off? What's up, Ifa? I think on is better. I'm a little more well lit. Always lit though. Anyway, am I going to clip your reactions? Yeah, I would like to. I got to get my editor to do that or someone to do that. If anyone wants to pick up a job, send me a DM on Instagram. You can clip this stream. I'll pay you. Maybe. We'll figure it out. The sets look horrible. All right. So initial reactions from chat. Not good. We're going to go over to the screen share. Hopefully not screen sharing. Okay, I think we're good. You see all the chat over here? What's up, guys? Oh, it's double me. Let me pause this. All right, so the Lego newsroom, let's update this. I don't believe had anything yet. So they don't have anything yet. The Lego Smart Play page is still dead. So that leaves us with going back to where I came from, which was actually on my computer here. What's up, guys? Welcome in, Turkey Dog. We're about to see those new smart play sets, smart brick sets, and we're going to find out how good they are. So this was End Gadget CES. Let's look this up on this computer. Gadget CES. Engadget CES by Nathan Ingram. Oh, follow Lego CES. All right, boys, are you ready? I think we're good. I think we have it. I think I have it here. I'm not ready. Okay. Last bit on this. I have really truly gotten increasingly more. Oh, let me hit the record button. Now the stupid camera is going to follow me. Oh, God. I turned it off, but now it's turned itself back on. I've gotten increasingly more hopeful that the sets will be good. Where can I put my chat that is most useful to me? Right here. How about this? One second. I just need my YouTube chat in front of me. Otherwise, I can't actually chat with you guys. And that kind of defeats the purpose, right, of doing a live stream if I'm not going to interact with the chat fellas. And so it begins. Oh, 1 out of 10 on the last Ask Winner. All right, live. Here we go. So we're going to get my initial reactions. We're about to get my initial reactions on the new smart brick sets, and I've gotten truly more confident that the sets are more hopeful, perhaps, that the sets will actually be good over the past few weeks. Something about it, I've just been it doesn't seem like it's going to be an app thing. It seems like it's going to be just all within a brick, and outside of the minifigs, maybe looking a little bit dumber. Maybe everything actually turns out pretty good. And pop out chat, and perfect. We have the chat. All right, finally, I have chat. There we go. We're about to see them. Here we go. So, with that in mind, thank you, Eddie. Appreciate it. With that in mind, here we go. Nathan Ingram. Here we go. All right, let me scroll. This is, okay, where did I leave off here? This was the picture I saw, but I was covering it, and so I didn't really look at it. So, here we go. New various actors. Those are Star Wars sets. That was not the picture that I saw. Okay, here it is. They're right here. Here we go. Are the smart brick sets actually any good? Please be good. Can't zoom. Can I zoom somehow else? I don't know. I press zoom and it zoomed me out. That's so funny. Okay. Huh. The packaging, very cool. Very unique. The X-Wing looks like buns. The TIE Fighter looks good. And $150 for that throne room is not going to play. Well, it was fun while it lasted. 2 minifigures in the Vader's TIE Fighter is a crime, by the way. All their talk about how... there's so many things. I cannot believe are there better pictures somewhere else? This is just literally initial impressions. $150 for the throne room. To me, that's the first like thing that I'm looking at, and I'm just like, holy crap. That's bad. The packaging, I just realized how cool the packaging is. Wow. The packaging is like a Lego brick. Like the end of the brick is over here. That is very cool. You can see with my mouse. Vader's TIE is definitely the best of the 3 that we have here. Absolutely, unquestionably the best of the 3 that we have here. Very clean looking, at least from afar. I'm assuming we'll get more pictures of these in the coming moments here. My controller out of the way. I'm not playing COD here. I assume we're going to have more pictures here. Let's look up, what's the set number? 75421. I'm like that. Oh, yeah, here they are. No, that's not them. That's August. That's in past hour. Let's do this. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, hold on. There's going to be more pictures. So you're telling me Hype Beast gets the press kit, but MandRproductions can't. Nice. Hype Beast can't even put pictures with their press kit. Garbage blogs, bro. It's always the blogs. Blogs. It's all about blogs. CNET, 1 picture. Are we really only going to have 1 picture on all these websites? All right, well, this is what we're going to go with. We're going to go with Polygon. All right, Vader's TIE Fighter. Here we go. That looks good. Oh, man. I really like the rounded edge on the wings. That's really, really sleek. A little rounded, curved edge. That is much better than I expected on the Vader's TIE Fighter. This is fantastic. The Vader's TIE Fighter is good, right? We're all on the same page for Vader's TIE Fighter. Let me see if I can pop up a little, start a poll. Vader's TIE Fighter. We'll do good, mid, and bad. Those will be your 3 options. So vote as you will. I don't really care if the poll ends up. Poll to have fun. But yeah. These sets are terrible. How can you look at this set and say it's terrible? Look, we haven't gotten to all of them yet. We're on set number 1. But how can you look at this Vader's TIE Fighter and say it's terrible? It is clearly a very good Vader's TIE Fighter playset build. It is maybe in some ways worse than what we had in 2016. So I think like especially the underside of the cockpit is a little bit messier on this new one. You can see it's got that flat bottom, possibly something to do with the smart brick there on the left, which you can see the charging pad. Actually, first time seeing the charging pad for the smart brick there. A little bit different than I expected, but it works. There's definitely 2 side builds here. So you've got the Rebel side build and the Imperial side build. They are both pretty brutal. This set is supposed to be $70, I think. That's not a rubber cape, but that's... Oh. What? We need more pictures. What is that? That is not a normal Lego cape. There's not a chance that's the normal... Oh, here's another picture. I don't know. Do we think that's... Look at the backside of this. So it looks like the brick is removable to be charged, obviously. Otherwise, I don't think there would be a good reason to want to remove it other than having to charge it. So it looks like it's removable to charge it. Again, the wings on this set in particular look particularly clean. And the gaps, smaller gaps than the small, tiny set. $70 for this is absurd. I don't think it's a rubber cape, but I also don't think it is a normal cape. I'm trying to see if they're going to put more more pictures. They'll be up for pre-order on January 9th, which is 4 days from now. Let's try to refresh again. We're kind of waiting for Lego to upload more pictures here. The newsroom. Oh, okay. Let's see. Perfect. Got a press kit. You want to watch the video? Let's watch the video.
What if you could bring your imagination to life?
We'll come back to the sets in a minute.
Play with your creations and let them play back with you. Well, that's exactly what we've
I need
built.
a lightning
Wait,
cord on that.
really? Introducing the Lego Smart Play System. Oh, boy. A new platform made of endlessly interactive smart bricks, smart tags. Seriously? And no way! Smart minifigures. Hold on. So you can interact with the little guys now? All connected to... What if you could bring your imagination to life for real?
Just restarted.
Play with your... and react to how
I'm a little princess.
What is this?
I made a rabbit.
Where's
My
this noise
monster
coming
has
from?
4
Oh.
eyes. And it
Okay, I would love to watch the kids play with them,
with
but I'm watching
dynamic
the
sound and lights.
the Apple
Holy
video first.
schnitzel, there's lights. One brick to turn your Lego builds into an opportunity to create, explore, and unlock your imagination. Ducks? This is gonna be huge. Huge! Come play in the next dimension with the Lego Smart Play System.
I mean, I think it's cool. It looks like a good play thing. The price, the fact that it's going to make these sets cost more money and make some of them look worse, potentially substantially worse. Like the Vader's TIE Fighter, I'm like okay with the downgrade, if you will, of Vader's. We're getting to the X-Wing. I'm okay with this. This is okay given that it's a play set, but obviously in the past we've had play sets that look far better. So just because it's a play set doesn't mean it has to look bad. But given what it's trying to do, I can like maybe live with it. And I think the smart brick's cool. I think it looks like it's going to add some really cool stuff. They did say in this blog I was following that like if you put the figure next to it, Chewbacca, for example, it will make the Chewbacca roaring noise. So like I think there's some really big benefits there that might be worth the downside.
can levitate.
Let's see. Anything
You know what?
that flat bottom on the Vader's TIE Fighter. You see another like circular thing here. I bet it's for the tag or something. I bet it's maybe how the brick reads the tag underneath. That's probably looks fine to me. Let's see if we can get pictures. Is there a download? Download all assets. My favorite. Let's see. I think we should get a bunch of pictures out of this. We'll move. Here's another angle of Vader's TIE Fighter. How about that? All right. Vader's TIE Fighter looks fine. It's not probably the best version of Vader's TIE Fighter as a playset. It's probably the second best. But again, given what it's trying to be, I can give a little bit there. Can't wait for people to jailbreak these. That's crazy. Yeah. All right, Vader's TIE Fighter. We'll come back to that if we can get more pictures here in a second. The X-Wing. So no new. I saw. Let's go back here. Oh, we zoomed way out, huh? So I saw this picture and I assumed, because it certainly looks like it, we would be getting a new Rebel pilot helmet. That looks like a smaller version of the Rebel pilot helmet. Maybe it's the 2018 one. I don't know. But that looks like a new Rebel pilot helmet to me, but clearly here with Luke, same old Rebel pilot helmet. I think the Luke is supposed to be the smart figure in this set. Let's see. Supposed to have 2 smart figures in the X-Wing. Is it 2? Yeah, Luke and Leia are the smart figures, and obviously forward-facing, they look exactly the same as normal figures, which is good. It's probably what we want. The side builds are very, very kiddie, playset-y, not like, yeah. The side builds I don't think are very good. Like, you could have better-looking side builds, and they can still be playable, but I think just looking at them, they all have, like, tags on them. And so I think the downside is they give up a lot to have smart tags. The A-Wing pilot for the throne room. We'll get to that. There's an A-Wing with the throne room. But this X-Wing looks pretty rough. For $90, you consider the best ever X-Wing. The best ever X-Wing this was $80. And this is $90. $80. $90. Pretty rough. The smart brick and the smart figures, not, yeah. New art. Oh, shit. You know what they did? Dude, that's so cool. Excuse my profanity there. They definitely changed the body so that the head only attaches with a singular stud instead of 4 studs. right? That has to be what they did. That's yeah, that has to be what they did. That's if you guys aren't following on the R2D2 here, the head is at a 45-degree angle. It's usually they're just 90-degree, turn 90 degrees all the way around. That's fantastic. I'm sitting in my gamer chair. This is where I do my swearing. All right, let me get it. Anyway, that R2, very cool. That's a nice, like, very small thing, but an upgrade's an upgrade. It might be the only thing that's better than a previous version of the thing in this entire set. This is, I think, more so with a set like this than a lot of the other things people defend Lego for. This is the type of set you can look at and say, it is literally for kids. It is okay that this version of the X-Wing isn't as good as this version of the X-Wing. There are a lot of things where I don't think you should say that for, or that I don't think you should say that for. But this to me literally looks like a toy version of an X-Wing, not a Lego playset model version of an X-Wing. Like, this is also a playset for kids, ages 8 to 14. But it's a, what is it? What are the ages on this? This is ages 6+. Basically the same, right? Dude, that was the R2 change is cool. Oh wait, we got our download. Let's see if we got let's do this. Smart Play. Okay, I think we're gonna have a bunch more pictures in here. I think we're gonna have a ton more pictures in here. So Lego Star Wars Smart Play Lifestyle. 3 pictures, brother. They are. Are we only gonna get 3 pictures of each? You're not gonna give us the box pictures that you have at the event. Okay, that picture. So we've looked at all these. All right, back to the X-Wing then. 75423. Oh, if 4 pictures for this one, and you can see they're missing some. Unbelievable. Yeah, this X-Wing is brutal. Oh, okay. Wow, that is, oh boy. Again, I will, in one sentence, I will fully admit these are, in the realest sense, unlike a lot of Lego sets that people defend as being toys for kids, these are toys for kids. But oh my God, this is horrendous. They put the brick behind the cockpit. They made a new windscreen piece just because they have this new brick. So I think we all might have thought the same thing looking at this picture, that the windscreen has just been pushed up. And I guess it has been a little bit. You can see that red, like, rail there that it clearly, like, slides on. Temu X-Wing. It looks like a pterodactyl. Yes, that's it. I was trying to figure, I was like, it definitely looks like a thing. Well, I couldn't figure out what. Okay, we're gonna end our poll. We have a screenshot that. We have a lot of votes in on Mid. Mid is gonna win it for Vader's TIE Fighter with 49% of the vote. Now let's get in our poll for the X-Wing. X-Wing. Good. Mid. And bad. We'll throw that up there. All right. The cockpit is really brutal. This is really bad. Okay. Let's get back here. Where was I? Here. Okay. Let's see this picture. Number 3. So yeah, this picture, it's hard to tell. It looks like it might slide back and be fine. This picture, cool. We'll come back to that. Oh, that picture gives us a little something you definitely come back to. Okay. It's full screen. Yeah, that's really brutal. So if you guys remember, there's been a sketch of this going around. The new R2 mold is definitely the body being a different mold, unless the head also needed to be a different mold to make that work. I don't know if the bottom of it had a circle in the middle or not. I can't remember. But like, as a display piece, this is not what you would buy. It's just not. It's a very specific case here, right? So bad for older fans, but it's not even that good for kids because it's $90 for this. And again, this was $80. Let's see. You can see on the box here. No, she's blocking it. Oh, this lady. It has to be 500 some odd pieces. I can't remember the piece count, but I would imagine 500 and something. And they're going to want $90 for that. I'm not seeing it. New mold. Look at R2's back. Well, I know there's a new mold. We can tell there's a new mold. Oh, no. No, they ruined him too. He's got a tag on the back. You can see it in that picture. I just can't zoom in well. Yeah. Flat back R2-D2. Oh, that's one way to not have to do back printing, I guess. 584 pieces, $90. Look, as a play experience, this might be fantastic. It might be. I have a really weird feeling on these. Like, I can understand that what they're going for. Oh, man. There's details at the bottom of the media announcement. Gotcha. Well, you can see them right here. You can see it's got a flat back. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it better in this other picture or not. Let's see. Lifestyle ENVR. What does this mean? No, you're not going to get a good angle of R2's back. But he's definitely got a flat back. These are the two smart figs. Luke and Leia are the two smart figs. So if we go to this picture here, we're actually going to see the smart fig Leia. And it's as bad as the leak was. You're going to have a literal trash can on the side of your figures. I don't know why they don't do that on Modern Clone Troopers. They may as well. Yeah, 80% bad on the X-Wing. I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. I mean, there's some cool, like, just as I'm like actually looking, there's some cool things about this. Like the fact that it lights up pink when Leia's near it. I assume maybe it lights up orange or blue when Luke is near it. And it plays a different noise or has a different saying based on which character is near it. And, of course, based on the smart tile or tag tile that it's going to be on top of. We're going to get to the throne room duel next. I think there's a lot of great redeeming play qualities to this, but they've made a lot of great play sets in the past that look amazing, and this isn't that. This is very heavily in one direction, which is ironic because, like... I saw a breakdown the other day. It was like percentage of play sets that hit. What's up, Muhammad? He says it's amazing. Everyone will buy it. He's rage baiting in the chat. Doing stuff 5562 rage bait in chat is crazy. I'm going to buy you this for next Christmas if I get you for Secret Santa. I'm scared to see the throne room. All right, well, let's go ahead and see it. So we're going to be wrapping up with an 80% bad on the X-Wing. My goodness. And then I'm actually going to need to update my... Let me do this real quick. Let me update my thumbnail for this YouTube stream before we move on to the next one. Let me go ahead and copy this image over, paste this image in. We will make this a bit larger. Bang, bang. But yeah, so I saw this breakdown. It was like number of play sets for 2025 was like less than 50% of the Lego Star Wars sets. And people were like, oh, they need to make more play sets. And they're making more play sets. They just aren't play sets like... the good old saying, they don't make them like they used to, but they literally don't make them like they used to now. These play sets conceptually are very much play sets. Let me just go ahead and add a border to this. Drop shadow stroke. And then we'll get to the, what do you call it next? There we go. Okay, cool. I'm just updating this thumbnail. 2 seconds. Export as PNG. It's obviously for the children, as was the intention. As the intention of Lego is. Using the intention of Lego is for children is the dumbest thing I hear people say all the time. There are tons of Lego sets for adults. There are tons of adults that are into Lego sets. Lego does make sets for kids. Lego makes sets for adults. Lego makes things that are for both. Obviously, at its core, to begin with, Lego was for kids, but it is far and away not that anymore. It arguably hasn't been that since since 2000 when they started the UCS line for Star Wars that was specifically for adults, if not longer. So no, I always think that's a bad faith argument. I disagree with you there, but obviously these sets are specifically for kids. These are very different than the typical historical play set. More akin almost to the action battle lineup. I don't know how many of you guys know these exist, but these are also pretty rough too. Here's my review. Let's check it out. 2019, March 17th.
Hey, what is up, studs? Ryan here, or MandRproductions, and today we're going to take...
Yeah, so action battle sets were playsets. These were overpriced to $30 back in 2019, so probably $45 today for 193 pieces. And like, that's your playset. That's it. $40 today. You know, so very much a playset, not necessarily made to be something that is a playset, but also good for display, like you would see with the peak 2018 X-Wing and stuff like that. So there's a range of what a playset can be. Anyway, now that I think the thumbnail has been updated, we are good to go on to the next set that we have here. Go back here, 75427.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yo, thank you, Puppet Master Bald with the $5. Says can't afford to give Star Wars figs waist capes and properly designed prints, but they can afford this. Well, I mean, yeah, preaching to the choir right here, man. Preaching to the choir. Let's get our next poll started for the not Vader's cast. What's up, SLM? Weird they didn't try to hide the brick in the builds. I feel like they did, especially with the Vader's TIE Fighter. But Sans, I think the thing is the brick needs to be removable and it needs to be able to scan the what do you call it? The tags. So it has to have a pass through in a way. All right, let me get this next poll started up here. Vader's or Final Duel rather. Sorry, man, I can't spell. Good, mid. Bad. All right. Gear votes in on the Vader's duel here in a moment. We are looking at 962 pieces, $150. Again, I think the box art is uniquely cool. It's definitely very different than what we've seen before. I like that it really does stand out. It's very curious what that was going to look like, of course. And we are all over the place here. Oh, that's where we need to be. This one, this one, this one. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to need the whole dang thing up. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the taken apart version of the build. So let's just pick apart what we can see here first. We have the Palpatine. We got a couple of the Royal Guards. The angle I can't tell on the capes. Because the one picture of Vader in the other set, the cape looked very odd and different. These almost look like normal capes, and the smart figures in this set are going to be Palpatine, Vader, and Luke, all going to be smart figures. So hard to tell on those capes there. And these, again, will have the trash cans on the side of all of their torsos, and then the back of them will look like a musical thing. Mario, thank you for the $5. Says CES confirmed prices, TIE Fighter 70, X-Wing 100, Throne Room 160. Wow. If I was in the crowd, I would be yelling bad things. See Jedi Stone? That's why they invite bloggers, because bloggers don't care. Literally read this. These are the people that are there. There's one of Darth Vader's throne room that plays the classic Imperial March theme. I'm not even a big Star Wars Lego fan, but I don't mind trying these out. There you go. There's your answer. All right, back to the topic at hand. I can't wait to see you guys talk about these. A-Wing is good. Yeah, 100 and so these are, whoa, that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. That's a little different than the Mario ones that I can't remember exactly. I don't really have a bunch of them, but like weren't the Mario ones just like random like QR codes? That's cool. That's cool. I like that. Throwing tomatoes is crazy. Bloggers are probably land members with that statement. Yeah, right. Like, yeah, they're casuals. It is what it is. But that's what Lego would prefer have people see than someone like me that actually cares and would have an opinion on it. I do love that this is somewhat reminiscent of the 2005 Mustafar duel here. Pretty dang cool. You see the lightsabers on the tag. That's pretty cool. I love that they did little pictures on there. It's fun. Very reminiscent of 2005. Probably going to work a little bit differently. It seems like they shouldn't just fall over when they fall off the platform like they did in 2005. So I'm legit out of my chair. You know what? Fine. I'll stand up too and yell. I'll stand here and scream into the mic. Yeah. And then, did I turn the mic off? Hopefully not mic one too. And then you know what they did? They raised the price $10. That's funny. What the hell? What the? We're getting there, Sans. I got it pulled up. It just wasn't there yet. I assume. Let's see. Well, yeah, we'll come back to this. It wasn't there earlier when I was looking. Fuck. It's either the kid's snot or it's some putty. What's it going to be? Some gum? I've never... Okay, there's some good... this reminds me of another thing.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
You gotta be a real OG to know about these pictures. So they didn't edit out the they did not edit out the plates that they're standing on. One of them's is that a TIE Fighter windscreen piece? It's on the actual Lego.com too, by the way. What the hell? What is that print? Does anyone know what that print is? Anyway, really funny stuff. Classic. This is just add this to that list of like goofs and gaffs, if you will. That's funny. That's so funny. Everyone get ready. Pre-order start in 3 days. I love that they do that. No pre-orders today. The one day everyone's going to be looking at them. No. Wait 3 days. Like, oh, horrible. Yo, thank you, ACOB, probably Sean, for the $3.50. Says $350 with tax for the wave. This isn't even the wave. This is 3 of the 8 sets. This is not even all the sets. $160 insane, which is that an iPad mini? All right, I give him some respect. Love the iPad mini, best iPad. The putty on the build is hilarious. That's all time right there. You've got every like piece of your budget going into this, and nobody like realizes there's putty in the build, in the picture. This is why they need me for quality control. Call me up. I will help you. I will make things better. I'll do it for free. Don't want the money. Doesn't matter. I'll just make things better. This is horrible. That's so laughable. Super inconsequential too, but like also, that someone somewhere is probably like, why did I was not supposed to leave that there. Anyway, next picture. Let's see what we got. Hopefully an all put together build. Nope. Still can hardly see anything. A-Wing looks pretty good. And then the back though, you end up with the, what is this weird like fade? I can't even tell where the brick must end here maybe? It's hard to tell. Will these have printed instructions?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Who knows? Pre-order to find out. Pre-order to get the exclusive pre-order bonus. Printed instructions. That's a good question. Okay, so like unironically, jokes aside, the putty that's there is definitely there so that the build doesn't move when this kid touches it, so that it's where they want it for the picture, 1000%. But also, it's hilarious that it's there. This looks pretty neat. And if it makes noises the way that it's supposed to when the A-Wing flies by, definitely some cool applications there. I could see that. And then let's just move on to the third picture, and hopefully it's a better picture.
Disturbing.
Okay. So yet another downscaled version of the throne room. It's the third throne room in 4 years. Downscaled time and time again, right? Wow. Downscaled again. So it looks fine. Like as a playset version of the throne room, I think it's pretty good. Like I don't, it's not as great maybe as the 2015, 2020 playset versions. Like it depends on what you're looking for in a playset. Like this is, again, these are playsets that are really playsets in the truest sense of the word, versus these playsets in the past that would be good for both. Look at the A-Wing. What am I supposed to look at on the A-Wing? I looked at the A-Wing, Sans. Let's see. Let's do what Sans wants, guys. I'm going to look at it again. What am I looking for? I felt like the A-Wing was pretty good, unless he's talking about in the other picture. Oh my God! What the hell is that? What? It's got a growth coming out of it. What? Oh. In this other picture, it looked pretty all right. He must be holding it down here. It's just hidden. Oh, he must be holding it down there. Oh my God. Apparently some of the other sets have leaked. We will try to find those here in a minute, but I'm going to get through the 3 that I'm on right now. Oh, dude, let me go back. A lollipop? You could replace it with a lollipop. Dude, the meme material with these sets is going to be pretty off the charts. A-Wing pilot looks good. Looks like a nice stern rebel A-Wing pilot to me. Looks good. Is he supposed to be a smart fig in this set? Let's see. No, the A-Wing pilot is not a smart fig, so you won't get any of their classic lines, which there probably aren't any. Oh, look, it's the Beyond the Brick guys. That's definitely them. That's funny. Anyway. Yeah, I love the little pictures. Those are cool. It's cute. It's nice. There's definitely a lot of redeeming qualities depending on the lens you view these through. Because I'm not just a strict Lego hater. Like, I'll point out the good and the bad. And there's a lot of good aspects to these as play sets. There's just a lot to laugh at. A lot to laugh at. I think it's the Smart Brick release pop-out function. Oh, it must be. Yes, because just removing it with your hand would be too difficult. I don't know how it's built in there, but what do we got for votes on this? We are at, again, $160 for everything you see here. 963 pieces, 3 smart figs, 2 smart bricks, and the smart charger included. The minifigs don't appear to need to be charged. I don't know. None of the. Have you guys seen any of the pictures? Like, there's been no minifigs on the chargers, right? Yes, Sans is saying the Falcon. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's gonna be bad. Where do we find these pictures? Hold on. Oh my god, I'm so excited if it's gonna be bad. He said, "Oh my god, the Falcon." I'm so excited. Let's just, Sans, can I call you up on Discord? Can we get you in? Oh my god, I'm so excited. What's the set number? 75427 maybe? What's the Falcon set number? Let's see. Ooh. Okay, I think we're good here. Let's see if there's better pictures on this. That is atrocious. That is atrocious. Lego Technology Smart Packed Brick. 7 minutes ago. This is what they spent their money on. Advertise that picture. That was the one. Man, where can we get more pictures that are better than those? Oh. Trying to see here. Dude, the Falcon looks like it's 2001, except not even, dude. 2000, by the way. And 2000 might beat it out. That is brutal. I'm trying to find you guys some better pictures. Everything besides the first 3 sets have super blurry box images. Yes, perfect. That's how Lego should definitely have done this. Allow all of the other set pictures to come out as super blurry box pictures instead of just letting people see them. Really smart. Well done. The Luke's land speeder, I don't know. Maybe it's all right. The cantina looks kind of cool. What is this like blob? I can't even tell. It's just like a blob. There's no other pictures. Let's see. We scroll. Maybe one more. No. Nope. Just the one here. The 2. That is just, my God, that is a lot worse than I had imagined. And they do. No. Oh, come on now. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Off by 1. They didn't even use the Ahsoka windscreen piece that I thought was like for sure gonna be used, right? Like, that's not the Ahsoka windscreen piece that they all, like, it looked like it was a perfect, like, it seemed like they had to have redesigned this windscreen piece to make it horrible for Jedi Starfighters, specifically for something like a $100 Millennium Falcon downscaled. And I mean, I see a giant lump here in the middle. There's no way that's the same piece. There's no way. The ATST is horrible too. Where's the ATST? Can't even see him here. Still no pictures here. Just the 2. Because I see the land speeder and the build. What's the ATST set number? Lego. Or do this the old-fashioned way. Google, tools. Time past 24 hours. No.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
No. Maybe T3.com. Do we trust? Do we trust like that? No, we don't. Dayleto with the $2 says, are the stickers tiles or prints? I assume prints. We can take another quick look. Thank you, Dayleto. We can take another quick look and confirm pretty easily, I'm sure, on that picture. Which it's going to be probably in this picture. I don't know. They look like, are they prints or stickers in the Mario sets? That looks like a sticker to me. It's probably applied. I don't know. They look too perfect to be stickers. All equal on every side. I don't know. I can't tell. Stickers? Okay. Sans confirms. Per Sans. ATST isn't even legible. On a Discord server? Okay, I think I'm on that one. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me pull up this ATST picture. Make sure we're good to use it or whatever. Labs go. There we go. Dude, these sets are brutal. I said at the very beginning of this stream, if you weren't here, that over the past few weeks, I have become increasingly more hopeful that things would be actually decent. Man, that's the best picture we're going to get. It does have a big old head. That's what they said. That is what they said. It's going to have a big old head, and boy, does it. Are you kidding me? The smart fig in the set is not the ATST driver. The only smart fig in the set looks like an Ewok, and then I would guess ATST driver is this group of pixels, and a Scout Trooper is this group of pictures, or pixels, excuse me. Ryan hated on Lego Star Wars before it was cool. Look. Don't shoot the messenger. Man, I really thought there was a pretty good chance these were going to be good. I really convinced myself. For no other reason than I just am usually more hopeful than not on Lego Star Wars. Obviously, what comes out of that hope is pure devastation most of the time. See UTAT, Clone Turbo Tank, Modern Clone Troopers, etc. But I just really thought there was a chance these would actually be something I would like, and that I could like look at and be like, those are cool. And that like, because I realized maybe a month ago that there wouldn't be an app. I finally put it together. I was like, there's probably not going to be an app. It's the smart brick. It's got to be all self-contained. I wonder if the smart bricks, because maybe they have all of the information at once. Like, I wonder if each smart brick is like specifically unique to the sets. Let me just do this, actually. Like, if it's unique to the sets, or if the smart brick is something that you need to, like, Lego Star Wars is killed. No. That's funny. It's the worst ATST. Bro, I think people... The smart brick must be... Let me do this. Oops. The smart brick must be something that works unilaterally with all of the smart brick sets, at least within the wave. And then like, based on the individual set, it'll play the sound. But otherwise, you can't get it to play the sounds unless you have the sets. I assume it's like that. I love how their packaging is a sticker on a bag that I could have made. They couldn't make an actual poly bag for this. That's pretty crazy. They did not cook with these. They are going to be decent with the 50% discount. Better look at a Vader's tie here. Thank you, Sans. Appreciate it. At the box. This one's probably the best one of the entire wave at $70. And that's saying something. Oh. What's up, Rod? He says these sets look halfway between the 4+ sets and the modern downscale play sets of recent years and somehow ended up being the worst of both worlds. Yeah, you have the pricing issue, then you have some of the look issues. But then the top of this Vader's TIE Fighter doesn't even have the printed. Like, you're gonna ask $70 for a standalone Vader's TIE Fighter. You're not gonna give us a printed. God, how many times am I gonna have to click into this? The top is not printed. The top in 2016 printed. Actually, I'll tell you what, without even having to research it, ignore the micro versions that are included with UCS sets. I guarantee every Vader's TIE Fighter has had a printed top piece until now. I guarantee it has. Let's see. The only one that would questionably... Yep, nope, had a printed top piece right there. It's a 2x2, but it's printed. It's there. So again, you can look in, you can see like material downgrades that don't need, like this in particular. Like obviously, you've got the bottom of the Vader's TIE Fighter set, which for fair reasons is flat and not as good as it probably should and could be and would be in the past. Because it needs to have a pass through for the brick or whatever it is. But the bottom is not as clean looking as previous versions. But to not give the printed piece on top like you've done for every Vader's TIE Fighter ever, and you can't tell me, you know, it's crazy too. These pieces are the same pieces that are on top of BB-8. Those are printed. So you can't just sit there and say, well, they don't print that piece, because the Lego Defenders will say stuff like that. They literally printed this piece 5 days ago on my BB-8. So, yeah, you can't tell me that can't be printed. It's crazy. The back is open. Is the back open, or is it just because of the one? Oh, it's really bad. You know, I didn't realize it because I thought they had removed a panel. But you're right. The back is just open, and you put the brick in, and that's it. And it still will look basically like this and just have the brick there. You're right. Who caught that? Who said the back is open? Reen Hernandez. Good catch, man. Yeah, the back is just going to look like this, and then sometimes you'll have the brick there, and sometimes you won't. Oh, man. No, yeah, I pointed out earlier. The rounded edges are definitely nice. What's up, Jason? The rounded edges, definitely nice. It's ruined. Sad. A-wing is also open. Yeah, we knew the A-wing was open. You could see that. That was a little bit more obvious, I think. Let's see, maybe in this picture. Yeah. It's like you've got, like if you cover it up, you've got what looks like it could be a really nice A-wing. And you move your hand away. Oh, man. I cannot wait to review these. Cannot wait. Han Solo in the cantina isn't smart. How do we know that? Oh, well, you
I
probably...
find your lack of faith disturbing.
You're right. So it's a smart Obi-Wan and a smart Greedo, but not a smart Han Solo. How do you not have a smart Han Solo in a Mos Eisley cantina where Han Solo and Greedo are going to face off against each other? Maybe Greedo works for both? How is Lan going to review these? Beats me. Who knows? They might not send them to him. They didn't send them some of the sets for January, apparently, because they were for kids and the designers didn't want them to get sent them. Something like that is what I heard. Do we have a nice picture of... Here's the X-Wing box. That is just... The X-Wing is atrocious. You would think the brick would go in like the cargo area behind all of it, not in between R2 and the pilot. $90. No, $100. This is $100, right? Confirmed 100? Chat? Who asked for these? They probably had like 8 children from Denmark in a focus group, and the kids liked it, and so they made a bunch of sets based on it. I have no idea. I have no idea. I still think it's Lego leak for the non. Okay, let me look that up real quick. For the non-watermarked image or non-screenshot image. New. No, they're all still kind of the same. They're all still kind of the same. Dude, these are across the board pretty brutal. The X-Wing. Here is the box picture for the throne room. I'm just not $160.
I find your lack
Sign
of
my
faith
battle pack. Wrong
disturbing.
stream. All the would-be good figs also have a smart brick on their back and the trash can on the side. Don't forget, all of these smart figures that you see are going to have a trash can on the side of them. I think this one. Yes. They're going to have a trash can on the side of them. So all of the smart figs are going to look like this. So you might think on the front, that looks like the normal figure. Then you're going to flip it around back and you're going to see this ugly thing and this thing. And all of a sudden, not so cool anymore. Why do all the figures have short capes? Do they have short capes? I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. So, yeah, this one doesn't have any capes. Okay, so that's not helpful. I don't know if the cape is angled away from us or what the deal is, but there's a chance they made a new, smaller cape so that it's easier to flip up to read the back of the figure or to, I don't know, like, so that the figure can be charged. I have no idea. I really don't know. I can't tell, though, if the cape is actually smaller or not. I know it looks smaller from the two weird angles, but like that looks like normal to me. That looks like normal to me. Just at first glance, it's like, well, those capes on the guards come much further around the shoulder. So you can see the shoulder like kind of covered versus Palpatine and Vader not covered. Yeah, probably smaller capes so it's easier to scan. But like, I'm confused why you're scanning that. Yeah, R2's head we did talk about. It is swivelable. It does look like a solid upgrade for R2-D2. One of the few true highlights of this wave, if you will, is the swivelable R2 head. The downside with R2-D2, though, is the back of him is now completely flat so that you can attach a brick to it. So look at the body. It's no longer a cylinder for the body. It's half cylinder, and then the other side is flat. ACOB, thank you for the $2. Says these are another wave of downscaled original trilogy sets. Look, I would prefer better sets, period. It probably does not come with the putty. You'll have to contact LEGO customer service and ask them to send you the putty separately.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
K Clowney with the $2. Have you seen the City Jungle Smart Sets? I saw the picture of them like a year ago or 6 months ago when the rumors of this started popping up because I looked into it, but I otherwise have not looked that deeply into the City ones. Are they better or worse, or I don't have a real vibe for what it's supposed to be like with Lego City. No false advertising. Even Lego thinks the figures are trash. I'm waiting for the day they put it on a Clone Trooper so I can drop that line. I'm going to be saving a lot of money. Yeah, these March sets seem like mostly a complete stay away for most fans. I just don't see it for people. Did I close my other Google tab? I guess I did. Recently closed. Yeah, I want this one. So, Sand said there was more info on these sets on Lego.com. So let's see what we can find. Deciding to buy these is an IQ test. That's gold. Oh, ooh, okay. Let's see. Sound on. Sound on. All right, we ready? We're gonna try this out. We're gonna see how it works. That's the sound they're advertising. I hope you guys can hear that. That's the sound. Any images of Dagobah? No, I think that's actually the one we haven't seen. Just pictures. You shake it and it turns on. Okay, cool. Makes sense. That way it's not always on. I mean, fine. Did they Photoshop the same picture of somebody holding that? That was the white minifigure in the other picture. Is that the exact same picture? Please tell me it is. It's the exact same picture. The hand on the minifigure is in the exact same spot. They just changed the color from white to yellow for the entire figure for this picture. I'm not tripping, right? That is the exact same picture. I wonder which color it was originally. Oh, the dreaded frequently asked questions. This is my favorite when they do it for May 4th for Lego Star Wars because it actually answers none of the real frequently asked questions. Like, do you get VIP points? Do you get pro? Oh, I'm so excited to read this. All right, let's scroll on down. This is cool. A little behind the scenes. You can see some of the internals. Neat. Lego is mental. I don't think they'll fire anybody. Nobody gets fired. Doesn't matter. I love this. Why Lego Star Wars?
Your lack of faith disturbing.
I don't know. Why would you make play sets with your new big thing with your biggest theme that would have a lot of kids? Why would you do that? Why would anybody ask that? This is not okay. Anyway, we had a lot of internal debate about how we were going to launch the Lego Smart Play experience. One reason was that kids often don't need an introduction to Star Wars. It's second nature to so many. Trying to put my sunglasses on. The white pages I can't do. My eye floaters. Meaning that as they dive into the limitless possibilities of... Meaning that as they dive into the limitless possibilities of the Lego Smart Play platform, they don't have to give a second thought to the galaxy they are playing in. We found that giving kids this starting point was a more effective way for them to get used to the Smart Play platform than a blank canvas. The characters they cared about helped fire up their imaginations. They knew how to use the starships in battle and got super excited when they heard the TIE Fighter make that noise. Okay, so like nobody would ever wonder why they did Star Wars. I don't even know why they thought they needed to like explain themselves. That's funny to me. Yeah, why did you pick Star Wars? Why would you do that? What can smart minifigures do? Do the smart minifigs make sounds? Not by themselves. So the minifig itself doesn't make the noise, which I think we kind of figured. Eye floaters suck, bro. Lego acting like this isn't going away. They will... This is a guaranteed 3 years. I don't know how many of you guys are into Lego enough to like be familiar with the 3-year like Big Bang concept for a Lego theme, but they are definitely doing 3 years of this. New Ewok mold. I have no idea. Can we see it? Like, is it visible somewhere? I don't know if anyone actually has pictures of what he's talking about, unless it's the one blurry picture of the ATST, which we definitely cannot see. Where's the server? Come on. Oh, come on. Where would this be? There's too many things here. No, I can't find it right now. Smart sick glasses, bro. Thank you. They're from Kohl's. They were like $17. What can smart tags do? Smart tags have a speaker. You'd have to be stupid to think smart tags have a speaker, but that's all right. FAQs are important. How does the Lego Smart Play system work? Okay, so none of this is like actually that important. I mean, it's all just like the basics of the system, I guess. Makes sense. Let's see if we can find better pictures of things like the Falcon or not. I don't think at its core it's a bad idea. I just think you have a lot of the downsides, like 24 hours. Like the fact that it makes the sets really expensive and they're already expensive, and it like completely ruins the look for a lot of these. I mean, the Millennium Falcon is just horrible. Horrible. Like, you just can't tell me anyone's going to be buying that for $100. Looks terrible. I really disagree that at its core, it's a bad idea. I really think the idea behind it is really solid. I really do. You can't look at some of these sets and tell me they're good. Like, but again, if it's for a 6-year-old, they could be pretty good for 6-year-olds. I don't know. I still think Lego, like what they had in the past, of course, were play sets that were good for adults and kids, like 2018 X-Wing or even the 2021 X-Wing, even though it's downsized. Good for both. Now you have something that's not. You're going to lose a lot of sales on that, and I think the sales are going to drop. Rather see new light up minifigs. Of course, I think everyone would prefer that. I definitely would prefer that over what we have here. Probably, assuming I don't love the fact that they can talk, but even then, it ruins the look of the figure. So, you thought the Slop Trooper era was bad? Yeah, this is what happens. None of the sets look bad until you really look at them. So the land speeder, because this is a blurry picture, doesn't look bad. But when you get like an unblurry picture and you can see things like this, all of a sudden it looks bad. My brother might be here. Hold on. I'm live. All right. These are the Smart Brick Lego Star Wars set. Come on over here if you. Well, I mean, just so people can know you're here. Say what's up. This is the MandRproductions. He works for Caterpillar now. All right, what do you think?
$90, right?
100.
Oh my god.
Brutal. And it like look at it's open. It's just it looks like a duck, or someone said a pterodactyl. Just pretty brutal. Then we've
just the X-Wing, or you get all that stuff too?
Oh, you get all that stuff. This 160.
That's insane.
Look at this. Look at this thing.
What is coming out the top?
I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? What's up, Michael? They are real. Nightmare, huh? We think it's the thing to push the Smart Brick out, but not sure.
Okay. The duel's kind of cool, but not for
$160. It's got like little tags with the things on them, whatever. It comes with a charger.
What are the tags for?
Like when you put the brick over the tag, it reads it and makes a noise. Or I assume maybe you put the brick on top of the tag and then the figure in front of it, and then it makes noise as they fight. Something like that. Could be cool, like a nice application of it, but $160? No, thank you. March 1st is the release date, so as soon as possible. I assume Lego has them in the mail for me already, since I'll make some banger reviews. This is the best looking one from this angle.
Yeah, you can't really see much, so.
Guess the price, of course.
120.
Oh, come on now. 120. All right, you go 70.
Oh, I figured it might match.
No, I know. The back of it's going to be completely open. Like, that's the back. The only thing, sometimes you put the brick in, sometimes you don't. And then the back is just cooked.
There's not even like a cover to go over the
back. No. Yeah, that's what I thought when I first saw it. I was like,
yeah,
and then nope, not included. Not anything. So, really just brutal. And then the other one's leaked. So we've got the Millennium Falcon. Let me pull this up over here. So the Millennium Falcon. $100.
Looks so stubby.
It is really brutal.
Yikes. 100 though?
Only 100. Only. Hot take, but it's the best A-Wing ever made by Lego. Well, that's objectively false. They made a UCS one, and also that back end is completely open on the A-Wing. Luke's Land Speeder, which again looks good, but it's going to have probably a giant gap somewhere for the brick. Yeah. The Cantina might be decent, but you just can't see enough to know. Is that the dewback? What is this? No, he's flying on something. That can't be the dewback. You know what the dewback is, the giant green thing. No? Okay. Anyway, he's flying on something, but obviously, maybe it's the whatever 9,000, 6,000. What is it from the UCS one? I can't remember. Ubiquitor. It's Ubic something. I can't remember. So you have that, and then you have the ATST, which has a giant head, but it's too blurry to see, but definitely has a giant head. And then I think that's all. There's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the 8th one is is a, what do you call it? I'm blanking. Guys, what's the A set? Oh, it might be a T16 Skyhopper micro build. I don't know.
What is that? You don't know what it's got?
I know what it is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to explain it to you.
What show is it from? Kid show?
No, it's the toy that Luke plays with in A New Hope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of know what that looks like.
So box art looks like Looney Tunes. Thank you. Oh my God, yes, it does. That's what I've been waiting for. That's the perfect comp. Yoda's Hut, Dagobah. That's the ones that we haven't seen. Thank you guys. The ATST head is bigger than the legs.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
That's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal. So those are the sets that you can expect in the stores on March 1st. You can actually pre-order them.
Wait, that's the whole wave.
That's everything except the Dagobah.
That's everything. That's all you're getting? No,
You can pre-order them starting March 1st.
They're all smart brick sets?
Or no, sorry, you can pre-order them in 3 days from now.
What about summer? Are they all going to be smart brick sets?
No, I assume the smart brick stuff will be this for this year, and there won't be any more of it. But I don't. That's a good question. We don't really know an answer to that.
Okay.
But the smart brick, I assume, is sort of its own little thing, and it's not going to plague everything. Like there will still be normal sets, but we'll see. If everything becomes smart brick, it's gonna fall off fast. So that's all. That's what we got today. A set looks great with beer goggles.
That's crazy.
ATST Lego Funko Pop. Expensive firewood. Yeah, we got some good. All right, we'll see you later. You gotta go all the way back to Melbourne? Yeah, I called Josh last night. They left 40 minutes later. I found the key. I'm like, this has got to be Josh's. Oh yeah. No, all right, I was glad you're able to get it. Later. Look at the throne room box picture. Royal Guard capes are short. Box picture.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Ew, they are. And they definitely are short. You're right. This is just tough. A lot of things not going the way I'd hope they'd go today. I really come in hopeful. Yo, shout out JTBV8YX with the $2. Says 8 sets, but Revenge of the Sith anniversary gets snubbed. LOL. Okay. Yeah, LOL. Okay is about where you got to be at. Also, thank you, Day Leno, for the 5. Appreciate the kind words. The box art is, it's cool, but yes, gross is probably a good word for it. But it does stand out. There's that. Oh no, if one cape's short, they're all short. But it's hard to tell. Some of the pictures, we've kind of been going back and forth on it, looking at some of these, trying to figure out if the capes are actually short or not. And it's hard. It's very hard to tell. That's a bad picture for it. It's very hard to tell how short the capes are. But looks like it's riding up him a little bit there, So why are the Royal Guard capes short? They definitely are short in this picture, actually. You can tell. Yeah. These are really short capes. YouTube. Let's see. MR75419.
Sure, arm.
We'll get on to the Royal Guards. Maybe I should have picked a set with less minifigs to try and pick out the figures for. There we go. Perfect side by side. Lego Robin cape is wacky. Look, I guess I'll say it's better than rubber capes or no capes, but it's quite a cop out. Yeah, those capes are 1,000% too short. And you are definitely correct. Like again, this is much like, very much on a lesser scale, I'd say, but very much like the clone troopers and their helmets, and like Lego is applying something that was made for one specific thing, that is good for one specific thing, to everything, thus making everything else bad. So you have capes that are clearly made because they, for whatever reason, need you to flip up the cape to scan the thing on the back of the torso for Darth Vader and for the Emperor. So they are a little bit shorter than normal capes, but then they're using them on all of the other figures, like the Royal Guards, that aren't actually smart figures, that need the capes to be short to actually function correct, which you don't even really need the capes to be short anyway, because you can just lift capes up. It's fine. It's not actually a problem, but they've decided it's a problem. Mr. Respect in the chat said, wish I could watch longer, but this is going to make me jump off a cliff. Don't do any of that now. But it's insane, right? So yeah, shorter capes looks like it's going to be the case across the board. It was very hard to tell on some angles for the pictures whether or not it would actually be shorter capes, but could absolutely confirm with this picture here, you're going to be getting shorter capes. Is there a place to watch CES presentation? I tried to find. I didn't find anything. I don't know. Possibly, but yeah, not that I was able to find. Dear God, what were they thinking? The capes are so short. Look, it's Lego Star Wars. We let them get away with too much for too long, and now anything goes. Welcome to the real world, I guess. I don't know. Why is there red all over the throne room floor? It looks like there's a couple of red spots. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's. It's probably just to give it a splash of color, like, but also, like, there's red in this one. There's red on the previous one. So I assume it's just to have something like that. But yeah, probably specifically on the throne room floor, you could argue it's inaccurate, but also like on a set like this, I think we got bigger fish to fry, but I agree. But also, $160 again, by the way. Don't forget that. A lot of clowning on the figures and everything, and we're forgetting it's $160. So how many times has this set been done before? Since the last version of Palpatine's arrest, we have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, sorry. 1, 2. At least 5 versions of this. I think 6, but I'm like too many to keep track of. 2015 playset, 2020 remake of said playset, 2023 diorama, and then 2 Death Stars. So that's 5. Am I missing one? New Discord image. Where would I find them though? Let me see if I can find. More upcoming smart play sets per brick tap. Over here. Hold on, guys. Got breaking news. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Sports Center. More upcoming smart play sets. Ewok Attack, $30. Battle of Hoth Echo Base. No! No! This sucks. I have been wanting a new version of the Hoth Rebel base as a like $150 playset for the past 3 or 4 years. I've talked about it. You've heard it in Ask M&R. It's on record. And we're finally going to get one. But it's going to be trash. I need a soda. Why? Why did we have to get a trash? I hate this camera. I turned the thing off. I turned the swivel thing off and it keeps doing it. Anyway. 140. You see what we're getting for $160. You're going to tell me it's going to be good for $140. And this confirms that the Smart Play system is not going to be only in March. Oh, there's more. He didn't even put it. Oh, no, it's on the list. A Smart Play R2. Yes, I'm so excited to get another buildable R2D2. I'm so excited. 2021, 2024, 2026. That's 5 years. 3 and 5 years. 3 buildable R2D2s in 5 years, 4 and 6 years. 7 years. 2019 had the boost one. And yet we cannot get a Palpatine's Arrest. Or a Palpatine's Arrest. Or should have booed at the announcement. The people that had at the announcement were bloggers that don't actually care. So it's never going to happen. Sans says, Sans, you're going to have to donate for me to read that. No, I'm kidding. He says, I try to be optimistic with Lego, but man, it's really hard to love, like an ugly child or M&R. I do too. I always come in optimistic, and that's why I probably am more disappointed than most people when stuff is garbage. Is this the worst year for Lego Star Wars? It's January. It's January. It's January, and we've already got, is this the worst year talk? It's like if LeBron scored 40 on October 10th, and they're like, is LeBron the MVP? It's like, it's too early for that. But also, the January wave was... Ooh. All of a sudden, you're convincing me. Mandalorian wave, though. Unironically, might be the worst wave ever. Well, you're probably right. Someone said there were more pictures somewhere, but I'm not finding them. It's not easy. Sans, if you find more pictures, would you please just send them, or Cooper, if you guys don't, if you guys would be a doll, send them to me on Discord. Someone on Discord posted this. That's crazy. Oh, just a random one. I'm trying to scroll through to find pictures, and I saw that. The kids would be very upset if they could read that. Where does this guy post pictures? They're in here. I just can't believe they would only release like 3 pictures of some of these sets. But I assume these other Smart Brick sets are coming in the summer. So these must be... Actually, let's do this. Let's see if we can figure this out. I bet I can figure this out. Excuse my horrible typing. I'm very bad with that keyboard. Very bad. Reject. I don't want your cookies. All right. So we've got all 8 March 1st sets are already done. So those are even the ones that say TBC. These are all the sets that we saw today. Capital One, shout out. March 1st. So yeah, we saw all of these today. These sets have already released. This set, 75444, 297 pieces, should be a Mando set. It's May 1st. Mando and Grogu. I'm not seeing them here, so they must be 3 sets. 1, 2, 3 technically unnamed sets here that could be the three sets that just got leaked. Theoretically, it could be a May, June, July, one each release of these 3 sets. Theoretically. Otherwise, it's August. That's what it's looking like to me. 140, 30, and then an R2. 140, could it be 775 pieces for 140? Sure. R2D2 is a 14 plus set with the smart brick? Sure. And the $30 set ended up at $45, 297 pieces? Yeah. Those could be the 3 sets right there. That could be it. They didn't attribute a set number to any of these, so who knows, but that could be that. Liberty dies with thunderous applause. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, who knows? The snowspeeder will not even use the new windscreen because it'll be open for the smart brick, right? Well, they might even make another new windscreen. Consider the fact that they made this windscreen piece for the X-Wing. That's just atrocious. You're definitely right. That, yeah, no, they can't use that piece, at least with the way that they've been doing them. So it's pretty horrible across the board. It's pretty horrible across the board here. This is a day to remember. This is a very disappointing day. Hardly any adult sets this year. Not necessarily. I'm sure there will be more adult sets, and we've already started off the year with a few. Don Glass with the $2 says, well, money for Patriots championship merch, I guess. Heck yeah, that guy's smart. He knows ball. Shout out Don Glass and Drake May. Don't forget the Yoda set. Yeah, we haven't seen that one yet, but that's on the list here, Sans. That's going to be one of these, the 8 March 1st sets that are right here. These 8 March 1st sets. Apparently there's another poly bag though. So we'll see. There might be another Star Wars poly bag. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. All of those are the sets today plus Yoda's set. Those are the sets from today plus the Yoda set that we didn't see yet. And then potentially a poly bag. So the day Lego flew too close to the sun. I think obviously what remains to be seen is how the general population reacts to these and if people buy them or not for their kids. That's kind of the only saving grace for Lego, maybe, because I think pretty clearly none of the online fandom is going to be there for them. Guess I'll stick with Minecraft and botanicals is crazy. Bigger question is will M&R waste money to get these sets early or save money? But no, I'll pay to get the sets early if I can, of course. What do you want, Sans? He says blue ball on me here. Oh, on the Yoda's hut. I see. Yes. Sorry. Smart brick battle pack. Who can afford them? Rather, who will choose to pay for this? I think it's pretty clear that a lot of people can afford expensive Lego sets. So you are right by rephrasing your question at the end there. Who will choose to pay for this? Parents that have more money? Then I don't know.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I think there's an interesting question to be asked that we'll never get an answer to either. Is like, if you have this set on a shelf for $90 next to this set, let's say both of these. Calc is short for calculator, by the way, guys. So we will go to good old August of 2018. I still remember buying this set. I drove all the way to Orlando to a Target to buy this one. The $80 would be $102 in today's money. So let's call it $100 versus the $100 for the other X-Wing, wherever it is. Where is it? There it is. So you call them 100 each, right? I want to know if there was a world where you could have both of these on the shelves at the same time, side by side, $100 a pop. Which one sells better? Which one do parents walk in and look at and go, I'd rather get that for my kid? This is recommended ages 8 to 14. This is recommended ages 6 and up. So not a huge difference there as far as like the market, right? Not a huge difference, a couple of years, so maybe a little bit more on the lower end, but still. We, the Lego Group, make sets for children, the rich children, with really good, high-paying jobs. Svensson. Hans Svensson, back in the building. Lego designers everywhere just shuddered at the thought of Hans Svensson walking through that door. Hans Svensson ain't walking through that door. I don't want to name other names. I'm funny. I can make great jokes here. Oh boy. Hans Burkhead Slomer ain't walking through that door. Man. Hi, yes, this is my name is Hans. I work for Lego Star Wars, designing Lego all the time. Is Lego an electronics? Lego's an electronics company now. Haven't you heard? The Lego phone coming soon. Look, yeah. If you could have both of these on shelves next to each other, $100 a piece, side by side, available at the same time. I just wonder how much less the like garbage set would sell. I just wonder. I don't know. It's a hard thing to gauge because people argue, well, Lego's a playset. Both of these are playsets. Both of these are for kids. One of them happens to be also very accurate, possibly more playable in certain ways. I don't know what play features this one has. Like, I would imagine the wings on this newer set don't have a really cool feature to fly open and closed all the time like the 2018 version did. So really hard to gauge there. Let me see. I want to make sure I didn't miss any super chats here. Really hard to gauge there. That's an XL wing. That's an XS wing for extra small. I don't know. I don't know what you would call it. That you could make a lot of easy jokes on that one. Peep the Discord DMs. Okay, get excited, guys. Get excited. Cooper coming through with new info. A hint of Dagobah Sands. Get excited. Ooh. This is the hint of Dagobah. All right, we're doing it the old-fashioned way. Past hour. Let's see what we can find. Oh, shout out Stone Wars for cutting out the pictures so I don't have to later. Make my life a little bit easier. Yeah, I don't see it. 75222 Dagobah training, so they don't even have a picture. So brutal, just brutal. Yeah, I wish I could know what the world would be like if you could have both of these sets on shelves at the same time. I think it would be a fascinating trial because they're effectively the same price adjusted for inflation. Man, let's see. Let's pull the chat in here and see what people are saying. Channel here. W sets. Coop do better. What are you on a Cooper for? He didn't do anything wrong. Where'd my pop out chat go? Yo, guys, I'm seeing a big problem with these new sets. I'm just doing the Nick Rochford thing. Huge problem, guys. We got 2,000 viewers, but only 811 likes. Huge problem. There's something wrong. All right, let's see what y'all are saying here. Dude, some of you guys are brutal. Absolutely brutal. Real quick, thank you, Wallace, for the 3 Canadians. Says sequel sets, all 50th anniversary, calling it. Hopefully not. Puppet Master, thank you for the 5. Says Warhammer and Lego battling for most expensive product spot. True. I think I caught the rest, though. Back to live chat here. Cheeks Wave. Bro, tell me. I'm surprised that Lego figured out how to monetize saying whoosh. That's a really interesting way to put it. It's a very interesting way to put it. Just got in the stream, guys. What does calc stand for? Good one. Good one. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Now I got the setup over here. Actually, we can drag this over a little bit more. Do this a little bit more. And then we can do this a little bit smaller. How about that? Now we got a real streamer set up here. A little janky, but I made it work. I got this out of nothing. Let's see, a little bit bigger. Sorry. Just I gotta be perfect here. Oh, this is horrible. What the heck? How's it so far off? How did I do that? Oh, look at this. Just gorgeous work here. Craftsmanship. Ryan, at least with your swooshability, at least the swooshability rating will be a 10 out of 10. That is very true. It definitely will be a 10 out of 10. Oh, I think we're all having a ball right now. I wonder what LAN people will say about it. I honestly don't. Like, we kind of know what LAN is at this point and what a lot of people in there are about. And there's not really much to wonder. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. Let's see. So again, if you are just joining us, we did have a few new set rumors pop up during the stream for a about $30 Ewok attack, an Echo base at around $140, including a snow speeder and an R2D2, including the smart brick. So a few more smart play sets coming out, which is ironic because I literally just told my brother half an hour ago that I thought this was going to be it, that we were going to get 8 sets for the year, and then we'll see where things go from. But they definitely are going a little bit further in. Love my Nick Roachford streams. I wear his shirt all the time. I love it. He follows me on Instagram. That made my day, dude. You'll never made my day the day I got that happened. That was great. Anyway, somehow Lego Greed returned, like it wasn't here. Lego Star Wars 1995 to 2025. Wow, Human X Designs just put it to death here. Just wrote the time of death. It's 3:23 p.m. on January 5th. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, because it makes sense not to invite me, but it makes sense to invite them. That makes sense. Yeah. Cool. Lego should be teen onwards. No, Lego should definitely be making sets for kids. And they always have. To say they don't and haven't, it would be insane to me. But, $160, and then we're gonna get a about $140 Hoth Echo base, which is just gonna be horrible. I'm dreading that because I've been wanting that set. Because, like, unlike this, we've had different versions of this over the last decade. I could care less if they make a bad version of this, but oh, that's tough. Let's see. These are still kind of the worst pictures out there. Someone said they've got more pictures somewhere, but it might have already been pictures we've looked at. So I'm just going to double check real quick. Yeah, it seems like it's all the pictures we've already looked at. Definitely. $100+ sets aren't made for kids. That's not true, because when I was a kid, I bought $120 sets, $140 sets. I don't think that's true at all. It's just obviously you either got to save more, have parents that can afford it, or whatever, or grandparents. My grandmother bought me a lot of the more expensive sets for sure. So, yeah, but you too can spend $140 for Lego to throw 200 white Lego bricks on a table and call it Echo Base, right? Oh, that's a crazy stance. Charging Lego, what could go wrong? I hope these flop and they finally fire Lego Star Wars Design Room and start over with new people who care. I don't think it's that simple, but also maybe it is. Maybe it is. I think you need new minifig guy or guys or girls. Doesn't really matter. New minifig people. And Duplo in disguise is a pretty interesting take. This does look Duplo-y. Oh man, this looks Duplo-y. Look at the helmet guard. Look at the guard helmets in the overhead. Going back to YouTube, boys. YouTube. YouTube. This one. Gave this the top of the head. I think it's the normal
Here,
mold. I think it's the normal mold. It looks mine. Mine is a little bright here to see well, but it definitely looks like the normal mold to me. I don't think anything's different about that. I think that's normal. I think that's fine. Looks normal to me. Lord of the Rings Sauron helmet now. Oh, dude, the helmet I'm talking about now is coming out tomorrow, but I already recorded that this morning. Oh my God. Helmets, minifigs and helmets, smart bricks, Lego The Falcon does look AI generated. I agree. It's definitely not, but it totally does. Can't blame the designers on this one. The higher ups went to them with a box of turds and some glue and said, make an X-Wing out of it. Even the greatest turd in the world is still poop. I 1,000% agree with that. I think generally the designers do a good job designing. Like, I don't think that's the problem. I think some of it is just like, where's the voice of reason in the room when you decide to include a spider droid with your ATTE instead of a crab droid? Where's the voice of reason? Where's the person that says, hey guys, what are we doing? Because they go on their interview later with the LAN, of course, and they're like, we didn't even consider it. Excuse me? You know, stuff like that. Hoth Echo Base about to have 3 Hoth Echo Base is getting 2 shield generators, and you're gonna like it. It's not even gonna have 3, it's gonna have 2. And if it has, what's the over-under on shield generators in the Hoth Echo Base? It's gotta be, you set it at 3.5, right? If you were gonna bet that, would you be betting over or under? Let's do it. Let's do a poll. Gotta do a poll. Start poll. All right, there you go. The over-under, the line is set at 3.5. Place your bets. This stream is sponsored by... nah, but yeah. Over-under 3.5 shield generators in the Hoth playset. That's a fantastic one. Look, 5 would be over. We better be getting a smart... Yeah, dude, they better include... Where'd it go? They better include the turret. I agree. Better be there. The ion cannon. There's supposed to be a $140 Hoth playset. About 140. It won't be releasing in March. It should be releasing later in the year. So I don't know exactly when that's going to be, obviously, but it's going to be pretty insane. You'll get 1/4 of the generator. Wow, we got a lot of bets on under. Remember, the UCS Hoth set only had 3 of the 4. That makes this a very legitimate conversation. However, the Action Battle Hoth playset in 2019 did have four shield generators. So you have some precedence that a $30 playset can be better than a UCS set. Who knows where the $150 set lands? Who knows? Suddenly the Juggernaut and MTT look nice to buy. Shut your mouth, Preston. They did not get any better today. They did not get any better today. Crazy. No generator at all. That would be under 3.5. Take the under. Action Battle is higher quality. Damn. You don't know what you have until it's gone. Don't know what you have until it's gone. Let's not pretend these were good either, though. 5 figures in a $50 set. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Basically a battle pack. I mean, this was effectively a battle pack. Now that you look back on it with the 327th at $45 with only 4 minifigures, it's a battle pack right there. Lego Star Wars becoming the Nintendo of toys. The new Falcon reminds me of the off-brand sets you reviewed. It does look like an off-brand, like, chibi Falcon. It does. It really does. That's brutal. I really wish we had better pictures of these. I can't believe they half-assed, excuse my French, this reveal and aren't just giving you the full pictures of everything. They probably want to make sure their land people get first look videos up. So the $140 Hoth set should be smaller than the $160 throne room. That's a tiny Hoth set. It is not going to be small. It is not going to be, yeah, there's no way there's going to be a lot going on there. Anyone know who the fig is flying at the top of the Cantina box? To me, it looks like the Stormtrooper. It looks like the Stormtrooper. My first thought was it's on a dewback. Like, that looks like an eye to me, but then there's two on each side. It's probably just the Sand Trooper on something, but it's hard to tell. What are these figures going for and whatnot? That'll be a fascinating test, because the question is, do collectors and like more hardcore fans that would find themselves on Whatnot buying minifigures from someone like me or whatever, what do they? More breaking leaks? Oh, what a day. Here we go, guys. Hold on. We're not doing this without the full. We're going all the way in. Hold on. Nope. Yeah, that one's all right. That's horrible. I mean, I guess that's the one. I was thinking it was 2011, maybe. Yeah, I was going more for something like that, but that's still not really there. All right, let's pull this over. All right, new rumors. Sandcrawler, I knew about this one. $200, Mudhorn included from Mandalorian Season 1, I assume. Should be a pretty banger set. I rewatched the episode actually recently. There's a lot of potential for this Sandcrawler at $200. I have some very high hopes for what we may see here. Let me just drag this back into my thing here. That's perfectly sized so that we can pull the chat back up. There we go. So we'll go ahead and end that poll, though. Most people betting the under. Light up minifigs over smart figs. Yeah, these are the non-smart brick sets. ESPN 8, the Ocho. Yeah, these are the non-smart brick sets. These ones, obviously, from the Mandalorian movie and just surrounding things. I don't know if they're all from the movie. I guess the Imperial Shuttle is the movie. $140 for an Imperial Shuttle. Oh, embarrassing. Oh, I hate when I get it wrong. Oh. So if the Imperial Shuttle is $140, you're looking at something that is very similar to the 2015 version, because the inflation on that would bring you up to $135 in today's money. You're actually back in November, so by summer, $140. So you're looking potentially at something that rivals the 2015 Imperial Shuttle. What's up, Luca? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Look at something that potentially, did you work on any of these? Something that potentially rivals 2015, which I'm excited about. I love this Imperial Shuttle. Imperial Shuttle is one of my favorite ships in all of Star Wars. Certainly one of my favorite sets to see Lego Star Wars make. So please don't screw it up. Thank you. It's already decided. Like, the set's probably basically done by now. So please don't be bad is more the phrase I should be going for. Sandcrawler, by the way, we're going back to August of 2018. Our last Sandcrawler was $140. Oh, I got it right. Let's go. I'm good with set numbers. What can I say? Here's my review from 2018. This was $140. The inflation from 2018 would bring it up to $180. Theoretically, it should be a little bit of a bigger Sandcrawler than this. Theoretically. Nope. Okay, well, that's probably good. Theoretically, hopefully you're working on those soccer sets. I know you're into soccer, so or football. Theoretically, it should be a little bit bigger than this set. Maybe include one more minifig than this set did. Certainly, I think the potential for play features with this Sandcrawler, given it would be based on The Mandalorian Season 1, could be great. Also, though, you got the Mudhorn included, which could be a pretty substantial build in the set. So, I mean, theoretically, the Mudhorn, yeah, could be a pretty big part of this and would end up taking up what would otherwise be $20 more of decent build for the sand. God, my review. Look at my hand. It's like white on one side. It's way overexposed. Filmed on iPhone here. So my hopes are too high. As always, I always have high hopes for Lego Star Wars, and then I'm the one that gets the brunt end of that when it sucks. But you suck at set numbers. Well, look, it's my full-time job to know set numbers, so I get paid to know set numbers, of course. But yeah, so could be a little bit bigger than this. Not going to be much bigger than this. It's a woolly rhino, yeah, and it's going to include a Mudhorn. So it's not supposed to be a smart brick set, at least. And then what's the other one here? An AT-AT at about $180. Price is very subject to change, yeah, as we saw with some of these smart brick sets. But the AT-AT here at $180 should be the version that we saw in the trailer. And the last version of the AT-AT came out in August of 2020. It was $160, which should put us right about at the price. Let's see, at the $180 price. So, no. Wow. $200. So we're going to be looking at a slightly downscaled AT-AT then, assuming the price isn't $20 more. Should be looking at a slightly downscaled AT-AT from 75288. So it should be slightly downscaled from this one. It'll be all right, I think. Slightly downscaled. But still, I assume brick-built Mudhorn. I assume. They haven't been doing molded creatures for a while, so I really assume it'll be brick-built. Foxy B says a molded one would make it worth it. Hey, it might, but I just don't expect it to be molded. I would expect it to be brick built. It should have the Mudhorn egg, of course, for the Jawas. They definitely should include the egg piece. Maybe in like what color was the egg? I just watched the episode like a week ago, but can't remember. The R2 spinning head is great, except the rest of R2 now sucks. So can't win them all, I guess. Except you could, but Lego chooses not to let us. Crash Show picks the new sets. Yes, you can also go back if you want to see some of my more initial reactions, but we do have lots of pictures of the new sets that we've been kind of going back and forth on. They say and more. I'm hoping there is an and more to this, by the way. There's an and more. Yo, guys, leaked photo just came through. Hans Svensson sent it in. Leaked photo of the Dagobah set coming out for 2026's Smart Play. I won't hold you any longer. Here we go. There it is. Ages 2 to 5. Yoda's hut. 14 pieces. I can't remember what the price on this one was supposed to be. I assume just kind of eyeballing it here, $80. Looks like we've got the Smart Luke Skywalker and Smart Yoda. Maybe R2 is hiding down in the mud somewhere. I don't know. There's more Mando sets coming, but the rumors of them or leaks of them aren't coming today. Looks like we're not going to be getting any of Luke's X-Wing here. Real leak. That's gas. Is that Playmobil? Come on, you got to know Duplo when you see it. Don't be doing that to me now. Horrible. Don't think about it, Kev. Don't think about it. Try not to hurt your head. Oh, brutal. You got the Lion Knight Castle for Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas. R2 is down in the swamp. He's underneath. So those are the latest leaks and rumors right there. Haters will say it's fake. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. How brutal is that? Best set of the wave. Could be, could be. So yeah, get a new Sandcrawler, get a new AT-AT, new Imperial Shuttle. Definitely some really good potential there. Very 80s vibes, I agree. So those are the two like latest rumors dropping there. Some Mando and Grogu sets and some Smart Play sets, and then of course the pictures that we have been going through here today. So the Falcon, the Land Speeder, and the Cantina. And the ATST. Does Yoda double as R2? Almost people remember. Almost people remember. It's a good one, Don Rubik's. Oh, man. So, those are all the sets. They are all not good in their own great, creative, unique ways. Are the Manda movies... Are they the only Manda movie sets? No. There'll be more Manda movie sets. But, yeah. Do you think I should get Smart Brick sets to resell in the future because it's a one-year type of thing? We don't know that it's a one-year type of thing. And I don't know if you think it's a good thing to invest in, do it. If you don't. But I couldn't possibly tell you. If I knew they were going to be worth 10 times the money in 5 years, I would sell my house and buy them. Then I'd have 10 times whatever my house is worth in 5 years. So that's sick. Civil. What's up, Daniel? Appreciate you watching. Definitely be buying the Sandcrawler and an AT-AT. Why can't I click out of there? We go. Definitely be buying a Sandcrawler and an AT-AT. Yeah. Let's see. Who else is going to drop $2,679 on all the new smart sets? Well, let's see. What are they supposed to cost? Let's see what they are supposed to cost. Quick. That's not it. What are all 8 smart brick sets for March going to cost? Because again, that's not even going to be all the smart brick sets. So we have 40, 70, 110, or 140 plus 40, 180, 280, 330, 510 plus 160. So 670. Am I wrong? Of course it's 670. All right, my quick math is 470. More sets leaked? I've already looked at all of these. So unless it's new Anakin Starfighter summer sets, oh, there's more and more leaks, huh? Hold on. Oh, where would these be? Cooper, confirm? 660. Trying to find if there's more leaks or not. Bounty Hunter Pursuit. Now, guys, I know everything we all just said. I know we just talked a big talk for the last 2 hours. And I just want to take all that back. I want to apologize. I didn't mean any of it. All right. Delta 7B. It's funny. Maybe it's a subconscious thing. I just talked about with the Cloud City thing. It was like, they've only ever made 3 renditions of the Bespin duel. Literally the most iconic scene in all of Star Wars. Luke, I am your father. Made it in 2003 Cloud City, 2018 Cloud City, and they did a standalone set as a Comic-Con exclusive. They've never just had a set of that scene. Very cool that they're actually making a set of that scene. No price here attributed to that one. Episode 2, Bounty Hunter Pursuit. Look, obviously needed that. It better have a Dexter Jetster. You got to have him as the 4th figure. We all know it's going to be Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Zam Wesell, and that's going to be it. But it's your prime opportunity to get a Dexter Jetster out there. Why would we not do that? These are old leaks to some people, Sans. Some people. We have Luke's X-Wing Microfighter, $15. What year is it? 2014. Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, $30. Definitely 2015. So this is the 7. It's a Delta 7B model. I don't know why they don't just say Clone Wars, but this is Delta 7B right there. So it'll be this. $30. I wonder what the 3rd figure would be. I wonder what the 3rd figure would be. Because there's a chance they don't do a 3rd figure. The last version of this Starfighter didn't have a 3rd figure. It's 2018. It's been a minute. But at the same time, you got to have a 3rd figure. 4+ set? Don't you dare. Don't you dare put that on me. Don't speak that into existence now. It's 4+ set, I swear to God. The Yoda bust. The Yoda bust, those are different, I think. The Yoda bust is different, Sans. Yoda bust is like a May set. I think this is all August stuff. And the Yoda bust is supposed to be 50, not 150. So different things. And the upscaled Vader minifig, different from the Vader bust. Different sets. So big fig of Darth Vader could be very interesting. Star Wars mini movie posters. Which movies, though? Which movies? Over, under, movies included. Oh, what? Dude, this is the hardest over-under ever. What am I going to set this line at? If I was Vegas and I was setting the betting line for the number of movie posters in a Lego Star Wars movie poster set, that's $50. It says mini. Because you'd think it's got to be the 3. 3 is your minimum, so it can't be lower. 6, you got to have 6. God forbid they only do 3. Prequel fans would freak, so they got to have 6. So the line has to be 6.5. So do you include the sequel movies? Do you include the Solo movie? Do you include Rogue One? Do you include the 2008 Clone Wars movie? What's the max? 12? God, if it's only the original trilogy, I swear to God. So character design, he says 3. A lot of people guessing 3. I should have done it. Let me do it differently. I'm going to redo it. All right. I have 4 options. You've got 4 through 6 only, 1 through 6, 1 through 9, and 1 through 9 plus like Solo, Rogue One, 2008 Clone Wars potentially. Definitely not putting a 2008 Clone Wars in there. But I'd love a Separatist Council set. Yeah, it'd be really cool to get a lot of cool, figures like that. Man, finally getting that Bounty Hunter Pursuit. It's about dang time. It's about time. These guys have held off on us forever on that.
Lego Star Wars set number 7133, Bounty Hunter Pursuit.
What is
with
the audio on this? This is
253 pieces. It
atrocious.
originally sold for just $30.
A George Lucas fig conceivably could come with a mini movie poster set. So if we're getting a new one of this set, the question, I think, the biggest question is, so Zam Wessel actually had the printed wastegate right here. That's funny. So these are all the new summer rumors that just popped up. If you're just joining us, we're just starting to discuss them. Are we back? We were gone an hour ago, and we're back now. You know, Lego is not going to be beating the allegations of, like, does Lego control the leaks, puppeteering them? Because you could make the argument that they saw how things were going with all of this. They're like, release the leaks, release the leaks. All right, so somewhere in here. Aha! Bring back wastegapes, you cowards. This video has 250,000 views. Wow. No pupils. God, I don't know what they're gonna do. Looks like we have the most votes on episodes 4 through 6 for the poll. So it looks like that is going to be your winner there. I'm going to do another poll in a minute for Dexter Jetster. No arm printing or the new purple on Django. I don't think Django will be in here at all. I bet she will be the new purple. Right? Do we think? Because that's definitely not the right. Oh, she's definitely gonna be the new purple, right? Maybe not. It's hard to tell. I want a better picture of just the purple color. Yeah, maybe this will get us where we need to be. We're on a bantha chase right now. Oh, come on. There we go. It's already available. Wow. Thank you. Man, I am not finding the tabs I want when I want them. There we go. All right. That looks about samey to me, right? Pretty samey. I think she'll be that purple. Do we get a Django and Bounty Hunter Pursuit 2? I hope not, because I think it's redundant. I don't think you need it. I think Django we've already got in a couple of sets. Why would we put him in a set he doesn't need to be in when we can have a Dexter Jetster in that set instead? I would, if I was in charge, I'd have you covered. We'd get Dexter Jetster. To me, it's just, you know, get the thing we haven't had. He makes as much sense. I mean, yeah, Django's in the scene flying away. I get it, but also you could also argue that, like, Obi-Wan takes the thing off of Zam Wessel and brings it to Dexter. Like, either way, it works. And really, the way to look at it is that Django is included in, like, another set. No, I know Django's a scene. Django's included another set that you would buy alongside it. And so it would complete the scene when you buy both sets. That's how it works sometimes. That's a perfectly logical way for it to work, that you include. If you look at the 2013 episode 2 sets, there's a lot of stuff like that where it's like they have one figure here, one figure there, and then you complete them. But it's not always like that, but it can work really well where you have them all spread out into different sets instead of the same one here and the same one there and the same one there. No reason to do that. It's already too late. Whatever this set is going to have is decided. This set is basically done. It better have a Dexter Jetster because it's kind of the opportunity. There's nothing, no figure information. It's just my great idea here to include the 4. So we'll see. The buildable Yoda, I cannot believe we're coming back to another buildable Yoda. They just did one in 2019. I don't care at all. Like, we're getting a buildable Yoda at $150 slot over like a new Republic gunship. Why are we not getting a Wolfpack gunship with perfect Wolfpack clones for 2026? Don't know. Couldn't tell you. Dexter isn't happening. I understand Dexter is not in the scene. You cannot make the argument, though, that they couldn't include Dexter given he is part of the storyline that is part of that scene. And the fact that, like, are we... I can do this all day. Here we go. Hold on. Gotta get there first. I think there was a hot tub stormtrooper on the Death Star. What was 8 years ago? 2019 was not 8 years ago. Was Ayla and Bly and a Clone Wars MTT together in Revenge of the Sith? No. Were Galactic Marines and Ki-Adi-Mundi and Bakara with a clone turbo tank? No. Was Tanwi on the slave one? No, I'm kidding. That one makes a little more sense. But Tanwi, think of it like that. Like Tanwi, not Tanwi, sorry. Now I'm gonna blank on the name really bad. Lamasu never like walked up or rode a cart around the slave. But you understand, like, it's all part of the storyline. Of course, Dexter Jetster could be included. Like, to say he can't be because he doesn't literally stand next to them the second after their ship crashes is so wrong. So yeah, of course he can be included. Not even gonna, I don't have to make the argument. Of course it can be included. So anyway, moving on. Another R2D2 coming out too for $80 or whatever. It's the OT posters only. Is that confirmed somewhere, or are you just saying that? That time? Okay. I see. It's part of the storyline, but Lego, I don't disagree that Lego probably won't do it. There just is no reason that they can't do it. It's because you want it to happen that it won't happen. That's probably about right. Death Sticks guy. Cad Bane and Cobb Vanth. Perfect example. That was the one I was trying to think of, and I scrolled right past it. So Cobb Vanth, Cad Bane is literally the example of that's an even worse example, or sorry, that's an even crazier thing, because those are from 2 different shows. 2 completely different shows. Sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. Cobb Vanth is in the show with Cad Bane. Just the outfits that you see them in here are from 2 different shows. So, yeah, also watch this review if you haven't. Yeah, they're outfits from 2 different shows. So, like, this is from a different show than this, outfit-wise. Anyway, Dexter will be a smart brick. Look, we'll take it, right? Yaddle? No, don't get too excited. Will icons of Star Wars be brickheads? I assume not. Because usually brickheads are rumored differently. Take that for what it's worth. That's just a touchy-feely thing I have on that. Usually it's rumored differently, but I don't know. I would assume not. I don't know what it would be, though. What is the like icon-y postery set that they made for ideas? That's what I was trying to search. This is what I think of in a way. It's probably not like this, but it's what I think of in a way when I think of icons of Star Wars. So, brick-built faction logos. That's interesting. I don't know if it would be that, but that's an interesting perspective for sure. I would not have thought of that. Could be. I just not where I would be. Vader has short cape confirmed. Yeah, we were looking at these earlier, and we did see the short capes pretty obviously on the Royal Guards, which means they're all going to have short capes. I'm not sure where you're getting that confirmed from, but yeah, we did confirm that earlier myself. We were already looking at that. I haven't seen the alt build of the Command Speeder. No. You say the alt build like there's only going to be one, too. You gotta be a little more specific with me there. Yes, it's the triangular version of Anakin Starfighter. George Lucas minifig for icons of Star Wars. So you're saying you're coming at it from like a George Lucas, Kathleen Kennedy, those types of characters or figures, maybe. Ewok Village, I didn't even talk about. Let's come back to that. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta come to the bathroom. That means I'm gonna open and build my Ewok Village this year. I messed that up. 1, 2, 3, 6. We're gonna be getting a new Ewok Village. Short capes might be for sitting down. That's absolutely not true. The short capes are definitely so that you can access the back print easier, but also you could just flip up the long cape just as well. Take the camera with me. I'm good. Although the camera's going to turn with me a little bit. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Then we're going to talk 2026 Ewok Village, and I still messed up the search. There we go. Holy crap, if we get a Kathleen Kennedy, I think I'll quit Lego for real this time. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second. All right, we're back. Let's go. Keep my door open. It's getting hot in here. All right, we're back. All right, Ewok Village 2026. Definitely one people keep asking for. When is Lego going to make one? When is Lego going to make one? And so we are finally getting one. It appears, at least given the way that it's listed here, regular sets, not a smart brick set. It will not be a smart brick version of the Ewok Village, which I think many people can rejoice in. To get a regular version of the Ewok Village, given the guttural reaction, if you will, to the smart brick sets. So we're going to be getting the Ewok Village here. At only $180, you are going to be losing a lot. It is not going to be what we had. It's going to be substantially smaller. Going to be less minifigures, less detail, a lot that you probably will not like about the set. Zoom in on this a little bit better. So I don't even know what to expect out of it at 180, given this one was $250 back in 2013, probably around $350 in today's money. So you're looking at half of what you're getting here. Probably just assuming they could do the whole build. Just imagine everything's squished in half. Yavin size is probably good, but it's always hard to translate things like that because even if it's Yavin sized, Yavin as a build is way different shape wise than an Ewok Village would be. So it's hard to even like conceptualize how that'll translate. But that's a good, probably a good like base of like, will it have 12 minifigures or something like that? It's probably, probably a fair spot to start at. Ewok Village deforestation version. That's a good one. I like that. That's very funny. We have no Kama included on Zam Wessel at 68%. Thank you guys for your input there. Let me do one more. Let's do... we'll cool it on the polls for a minute. So, yeah, definitely confirms that we're not getting a Master Builder Series version of the Ewok Village. I do think... I've been on this for a long time, and one day I will be right. Broken Clock is... Well, no, I'm not wrong. I haven't been wrong yet. The next Master Builder Series set will be an Endor. It will be a Battle of Endor. And I think it always didn't make sense to have the Ewok Village included with that because the Ewok Village still would be a lot of that. You want like the Endor bunker and some trees and the swinging function. And I still think an Endor bunker Master Builder Series set could be on the horizon for this year. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it could be another playset all the same in a year and a half from now, and it won't end up as a Master Builder Series set, but for a long time, I've always looked at the Endor bunker as the most necessary Master Builder Series set. I mean, consider this. Since the last Endor bunker, 2009, we will now have had 2 Ewok villages. That's crazy. That shouldn't have happened like that. So hopefully an Endor bunker is on the horizon along with this, but we'll see. And you think about this. You get Hoth, you get Ewok Village, Endor bunker, Yavin. Do we not? All in the course of 3 or 4 years? A Death Star? I see a clear runway. 2027. Jedi Temple? Kashyyyk? Geonosis Arena? All of a sudden, gates are open. I'm just saying, like, the runway would be clear for those things to happen. Whether they will or won't happen, who knows? But the runway would be very, 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 very clear. So, Smart Brick Endor bunker, I swear to God, please. Please no. It would go well with the ATST. Well, if anything can go well with that ATST, I guess. Landing pad with the landing pad for the shuttle. I forgot about the Imperial shuttle. It's going to be a Mando set though, but still would translate in. A lot of potential. A lot of potential. I'm seeing a vision here, a vision that probably will never be met, of course. But there's a vision here that could work very well, very well. The plane is not flying. Death Star is a prequel trilogy ship. Of course. Don't let me get that mixed up. Master Builder Series Exegol, of course, before anything from Mustafar. I'm just saying, the runway is open. They can't make another Death Star final duel. Mustafar, Palpatine's arrest, all of these things gotta be next. The time is coming. And none of these include slop troopers, so they actually could be good sets that I would like, that you would like. So, who knows? I think this is going to be a diorama set. The Luke versus Vader Bespin duel. That ought to be a diorama-esque set. We'll see. I hope they continue them. I think it's a great subline that has a lot of potential, but I don't know. So, I don't get why they didn't make an A-Wing and turret a separate set from the throne room. Just bloats the price. Yeah, the A-Wing doesn't really... I wouldn't have even included it. If you could have done this for like 120 without the extra... And it's still so weird that like these sets don't include any of the Death Star figures that are exclusive to the Death Star when... they did things like they did with Captain Rex. It's so weird to me that the way that works sometimes, right? Like everyone can agree. Is it not really odd? It's very odd. Because you had this prime opportunity. You could have thrown the Dignitary in here and Tarkin into the Vader's TIE fighter, wherever it is, and something else into the like. It's just odd that's it's very odd. It's almost like they know exclusive figures sell sets, and they need the Death Star to sell. That would be my take on it, and that they didn't care as much about the Venator selling or keeping it, whatever. Oh, we've been at $15 for Micro. We were at $15 for Microfighter last summer, buddy. We're a little behind there. We've had $16 Microfighters. So these summer sets are all right. I'm very excited about the Bounty Hunter Pursuit. Very excited about Ewok Village. Very excited about the Vader duel. Anakin Starfighter, I could leave. I wish they would do something else here. I don't know. It depends on what the third figure is, but I feel like they could have done a more interesting Starfighter or different character. Or, I don't know. Obviously, main character makes sense. No reason to dislike it necessarily. It's just we got one of those in 2018. It feels still relatively recent to me, although maybe to a lot of people it's not. So different perspective there. But yeah, that's a good point. If it gets that Clone Wars armor Anakin with arm printing, could be cool, but it almost certainly would have the same Anakin as here, right? They'll just reuse it. I don't know. Hopefully it's a Clone Wars armor Anakin with printing. Yeah, no, that would actually make a ton. That would make a ton of sense because the Obi-Wan had the arm printing, so you have to expect it. You're right. There's that. That would actually change my mind on that. If they do a killer Clone Wars Anakin with arm printing, I would be here for it. 2018 was like 3 years ago. Yes. So yeah, it was only a few years ago. I was right before I actually got in land. 2018. Yeah. So quite a while ago, or just not too long ago. Hopefully it's not a reuse. I think there's a good opportunity there, of course, for that Clone Wars armor Anakin. I think we'll end up seeing that. Because I guess if you consider this as a later Clone Wars era set, so different, right? It's the Starfighter, or Interceptor. These should be August 1st, yeah. Yeah, who knows, Antonio? Who knows? But yeah. Is it true Funko's going out of business? Hopefully. No, Plo Koon's 15. They actually had a $16 microfighter with the Mando Zen 1 a couple years ago, so we've already actually surpassed that. I think they will make the Clone Wars armored Anakin to go along with Obi-Wan. Agree. I would just wait to see what the new one looks like on a Bounty Hunter Pursuit. Unless you really like the classic style one, no reason not to wait for the new one. Do I watch Star Wars AI videos? No, I don't watch really any AI videos. August-ish. What does ish mean? Switch to Mega Blocks for this wave. How big is the Imperial? The Imperial Shuttle should be akin to the 2015 Imperial Shuttle. It really should be. For the price, it should be just about on par with what we saw for size here in 2015, which was very large, at least for playsets. Very large for playsets. So definitely should be seeing something more substantial than 2021, but time will tell. All right, fellas. Any last questions, topics, concerns, complaints, quibbles? What you got? We've been live for like 3 hours. It's time to wrap. We've gone over everything and then some. The Lord of the Rings Sauron helmet. Yeah, I'm talking about that in Ask Him tomorrow, so I'm just saving that. Why is the quality of Lego Star Wars so low? Did the last team quit? Don't know. Could the shuttle be from the end of season 2 from Mando? It could be, or it could be from the movie. I'm not really sure which, but the rumor definitely implies that it will be from The Mandalorian. So, just like the Sandcrawler could technically be from the movie, it says it includes Mudhorn, and so it should be the version from season 1. But again, we have to kind of wait and see. I do know a lot of set numbers by heart, yes. I do spend a lot of time thinking about, talking about, doing things with Lego Star Wars. I have memorized a lot of things. These are rumors like anything, but I mean, they're probably coming out this year, right? So, I mean, they're not confirmed. Lego didn't announce these sets in particular. Obviously, these sets that are the smart brick sets are confirmed, so a bit different there. I don't have all the pictures up now, but just yeah. We just reviewed a Dempster Fire. Yeah, this has been fun. Clone Commandos. I don't know. I think we're gonna make some custom ones for MandRproductions.com. So maybe something to come there soon. Worst to first for this year will be crazy. It's gonna be very difficult. Very difficult. Shuttle could be an entirely new version, not the regular white one. Sure, but it does say Imperial Shuttle. I would be inclined to believe it's going to be a white Imperial Shuttle. Does this redeem Lego Star Wars for 2026? Look, we haven't even seen the rumored sets. I don't think it's enough, but it's hard to tell. It's one of those things. Like, if you get bad versions of figures in the Bounty Hunter Pursuit, who cares? You waited 20 years and you got 25 years and you got bad version of Sam Wessel. What was the point? So we'll see. Premium Falcon. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, it's so premium. Only the best is good enough. All smart bricks will be number one in the worst to first. 25 ain't so bad now. I did look up the new color. I had it pulled up next to it. They're definitely going to make Sam Wessel the new color because it's a much better match. But in the book here, they were using the older modern purple or whatever. So 2026 worst to even worse to even worse to first. I don't know. Not premium. Premium. It's a medical term. Oh, perineum. I don't know all that. Bounty Hunter Pursuit better not come with Padme. At least without a Dexter Jetster there first. Better not have Padme. No Rebuild the Galaxy, fortunately. Yeah, screw Rebuild the Galaxy. I've still never watched it. Never watched it. Never thought I would be this happy to see no clone sets, right? Worst to worst. Pretty brutal. Not covering the Olivia Rodrigo rumor. That was crazy because I thought it was about to say something about Rodrigo Blankenship because I saw him right below and I was like, that's a crazy timing. No, I'm not sick. I'm going to the doctor at some point this month, so I got to figure out why I'm always congested. We'll start. No, these should be regular sets without smart bricks. So regular sets, dumb sets, if you will, dumb play sets. So you're going to have the Ewok Village, Star Wars mini movie posters, upscaled Vader, buildable Yoda, Episode 2, Bounty Hunter Pursuit, thank God, without smart bricks, icons of Star Wars, Luke's X-Wing Microfighter, Luke versus Vader, Bespin Duel, and Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, the triangular one, the Dorito-shaped one. I wish it fixed it. Bounty Hunter Pursuit. I would bet $1 million it will not have Jango Fett as a fourth figure. They've already got Jango Fett in another set. Usually what they do is they'll have figures like, let's say, let me pull up a good example for y'all. $2014 maybe. What's a good example? Maybe this is a good small example. So like you have the Ghost and you get your four of your Rebels characters, 3 of the main crew here, and then you get the rest of the main crew here. So with a Jango Slave 1, you would already have Jango, right? So you have that set, and then when you buy the other set, you get the rest of the figures or vice versa. So that's the way usually stuff like that works. Or 2013's probably got some good examples. I'm just not grabbing any off the top of my head here. So you look at Duel on Geonosis, right? You've got Yoda, you've got Dooku, and you've got the throw-in of Pago the Lesser. Notably not part of the Duel on Geonosis, much like Dexter Jetster isn't part of the Zam Wessel Speeder Chase, but he could be included as like a cool extra figure that you wouldn't get otherwise. This is a perfect example of that. And then when you want to get the Anakin and Obi-Wan to kind of complete that, to have them fight Count Dooku as well, you got to get the gunship to go along with it, and then the gunship can fly up here and drop them off here, and it's think of it like that, as they are all together one, but can be separated and be just fine separated too. So think of it more like that and less of like, well, he's going to be included because he's already in another set. him already being in another set is a great argument for him not to be included, actually. And so you can see that this is a great line of episode 2 sets where they kind of spread everything out without having like duplicates all over the place of different characters. And that allows you to not have, it allows you to just get a bunch of different characters, like much better. Much better. So still no Dooku is crazy. That's a good thing to point out. Theoretically could be just a random throw-in character with the Anakin Jedi Starfighter as a Clone Wars figure. Maybe, probably not, but maybe. You could also argue maybe. Very fringe, shouldn't happen, but in the Bounty Hunter Pursuit, shouldn't happen, but could, theoretically. He's in the movie. So V19 with Obi-Wan and Asajj with the bonus as the pilot, of course. So AT-ACT, very unlikely. We're looking at the new leaks for regular sets right now. We've been discussing them for a while. 2013 was a good year for prequel sets, I think, because they were remaking the movies. They were remaking a lot of movies in 3D. So they kind of had planned for... They planned for episode 1, which came out, and then episode 2 and 3 subsequently after that. So you can kind of see it in the box art. So Captain Rex, they were kind of Clone Wars era here for 2011, and then 2012, you get the Darth Maul box art, and this is because episode 1 released in 3D this year. And so they did some sets, not a bunch of sets really for episode 1, but they did some sets like the Gungan sub. And I think they had some episode 1 sets probably by happenstance a year before. You get the smaller... where'd it go? All right. Smaller Sebulba's Pod Racer and 1 Starfighter for the planet sets, and then you also have the Pod Racers the year before. And then 2013 comes around. I believe this would have been the year that episode 2 would have come out in theaters, and so you get the episode 2 Yoda box art there. And then, of course, you get a bunch of episode 2 sets with the gunship, the ATT, the Dual Geonosis, the Homing Spider Droid, and the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid, which technically wasn't in episode 2, but it is in deleted scenes, and I think that's why they made it the way they did. Also, obviously, a great way to get that Jango Fett in. And also, by the way, this is a great opportunity to show this. This is when they took pictures of their sets and didn't do renders. You can see the reflection of the figures, and you can see the outline of the white box that this was taken in. Pretty cool. Anyway, so episode 2, bunch of episode 2 sets that year, and then, of course, 2014, bunch of episode 3 sets with the episode 3 Darth Vader Revenge of the Sith box art, and a bunch of Revenge of the Sith sets, also kind of, leaking into Rebels this year with Rebels coming out, but yeah, you had a bunch of Revenge of the Sith sets this year, that whole like early wave. So that's why that happened for those few years to kind of close out the golden age. Good times. But yeah. So big rumors today, big reveals, big leaks, a lot to cover, a lot of stuff I'm going to make videos on. Eden, thank you for becoming a special stud member. Matt G, thank you for the $2. Says thanks for doing the stream. It's been fun. I appreciate the donation, man. $200 Sandcrawler. Yep. I'll be making a video about all these. I'll probably do a video about the rumors as one video, and I'll do a video about all the smart brick set reveals as another video. Which video should I do first? Let me make a poll real quick. All right, I did a poll. Let me know which video I should do first, smart reveals or rumor breakdown. So I've been live for a few hours now, and we had some crazy stuff come up. We got some new rumors for some 2026 summer sets. We also got some new rumors for more of these smart brick sets, and so things have been going nuts on the stream, and it's been a great time. Right now I'm letting people decide which video I'm going to work on next. So right now it looks like rumor breakdown slightly in the lead, but yeah, it's been an amazing stream, and I've had a great time, so I'm very excited to get into filming about a lot of this, because there's actually a lot to break down with the rumors. There's probably a good dozen rumors plus. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of work, actually. When will the video be out? Whenever I get it done. Don't have an answer for you. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow. Don't know. Depends on how good I decide to make it. It's probably the best way to put it. Like how there aren't as many buildable characters. We have a buildable Darth Vader, a buildable Yoda. We got a buildable... you know what's missing? Buildable Super Battle Droid. That's missing. They did the droidica, they did the battle droid with the snap, and left us high and dry without a super battle droid, I guess. That kind of sucks. Right? Kind of sucks. All right, looks like it's going to be rumor breakdown first here. That's what I'm going to work on first. So, looking like a crazy start to the year. So, buildable Mudhorn? No, I don't think so. Not rumored. The Mudhorn is supposed to be included with the Sandcrawler anyway, like a smaller version of it. So, I would be very surprised if they did a larger scale version of a buildable Mudhorn. They haven't done plenty of things they should do before that. No helmet sets, nope. Tactical droid in August? I don't see where it would be included, no. Should have been in the MTT, though. So. All right, guys. Oh, man. Really stuffy now. That is going to be it for this stream. It's already 4:30, which is insane. I feel like the workday's over, but my day's just getting started. So, we're making a video about the rumors. We're making a video about the sets, leak sets. I don't know. I almost feel like I should wait a few days to do a video with the pictures, but I'll do a video anyway. I can give it to Austin to edit while I do the other one. I got you mid-sweat. Just ask me again ask me again in a couple months. All right. No Rogue One sets for the 10th anniversary. That's a good catch, yeah. Definitely nothing there. So, all right, guys, before I sneeze, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Had a great stream. And make sure you check out Ask Coming tomorrow. Too late. I can't even escape the camera to sneeze off camera. Oh, it's so stupid. All right. Yeah. So, check out Ask Coming tomorrow. Going to work on a rumor video, work on a video about all the pictures. Just going to take some time. And, yeah. ATSC with the big head looks ridiculous. I agree. I am a full-time YouTuber. Yes, sir. I have been for 7 years. Yeah, a good while. So I appreciate y'all. You guys have a good night. And I'm gonna get to it on the video. So later. 3 hours. 2.5 hours. Okay. Not too bad. Less than I thought.